you have some extra time to play, I'll share here my full detailed routes for farming insight without expending energy. I'll also share the maps with the routes for specific insight types if you plan to farm just bug catching or just combat insight, for example. Also, if you don't need insights, it still may be worth collecting lots of mats because we are getting a house and island very soon, and I bet you we will need to craft all the furniture, so better start stocking up on those. If you don't have loads of time and want a quick route, just grabbing the most rare mats and completing your dailies, then check my other video, Dailies in 5 minutes, that I'll link down below. There are limits to how much insight you can get every day. Pay attention if you stopped getting insight so you don't waste your time. Some tips before we start are: first, you can cancel all abilities animations by attacking. This will allow you to use your ability again instantly. Second, you can hit certain plants like lamp jelly to make them all fall down to the ground instead of having to jump and grab. And lastly, keep in mind that I won't mention button cones, lamp blooms, and daisies because these are absurdly abundant everywhere. You just need to grab them as you go if you see them. I start the routes at the abandoned camp to collect fruits. Then I run up to this spot where you may find a bling monster, catch a bunch of pin hoppers, and warp back and simply follow the path while purifying all the acelines and catching all the pin hoppers you see. Then I cross the river and pet all the long stockings while moving towards the small island. Here we may find another bling monster and we can catch a whisker fish, which only spawns twice a day. You can also do this cave if you need more insights and blinks. And then I changed my time to night and warp here. While tracking the bouquet, I check if the bling monster here has a spawn today. If not, I just move on and go catch a bunch of bustleflies and pet the bouquet. To easily catch the bustleflies on the bouquet, hop on the bouquet's back so you're not kicked away. Next, I teleport to the queen's castle and I simply follow the path to purify lots of acelines, while also grabbing starlit fruits and catching pin hoppers I see along the way. You can also pet some celeb crows here, although they fly away quite quickly. Then I teleport to the bug catcher's cabin. Here, we will catch bugs. There is an insane amount of pearl wings and hoppers among other bugs as well. You can also grab some grass spawns, which you can find loads around here. And some people may also want to pet some horses since they are in big groups. Personally, I find them annoying as hell since they run a lot, so I wouldn't really worry too much about them for now. But, you know, the most important here is to focus on catching some sockos, which are super rare and there is only a couple. After that, while I'm moving towards the gazebo, I pet the 2 swans because these are rare items, and there's also a lot of fishing spots around this area. While fishing, I check for shells on the sand and collect them as well. If you're watching this during the pink eel event, there's only 10 days left, so make sure to fish the pink eels because they give a lot of extra insight and they're very easy to spot because they have pink bubbles above them. If you need more tips on these, check my video with tips and locations for the event. Next, we are moving to the Stoneville area. First, I warp here and start patting all the sheep that I see. I also catch some foodie bees and collect the worms if they are easy to spot. Then I teleport to Giovanni's house and change the time to night. Here we can catch some bugs and gather lots of whoop fruits and starlit plums. I walk towards the market because I can find more of these and also 2 bling monsters. You can also do the cave along the way if you need more combat insight and blinks. Lastly, in Stoneville, I warp here and collect starlit plums, limp chilies, and cis pollen still at night. Next, we'll teleport to Florish. I'll walk towards the Bibicon to pet it, since it's also a rare item, while grabbing blinks on the roof. Catch the couple of sockos that are around here since they are rare, and move along the coastline to catch lots of bugs and the fish spots, because there is quite a few here. If it happens to be raining, make sure to grab the rainy orchids as well, since they are also pretty rare. Then I'll teleport to the dream house, and you can make a run for blinks and combat insight, and then leave to track 4 blink monsters in this area. There are quite a few bugs, orchids, and bunnies in this path too. Then you can move on to the Well of Fortune and do a run for blings and combat inside as well. Leave the well and catch lymphishes. Follow the river towards the city again and fish some more if you'd like. Now we can move on to the abandoned district. If you still need a lot of collection inside, you can move here to grab loads of lamp chilies and also the wine cellar to grab fruits and windblooms. If not, just move on to the Stellar Fishing Grounds Island. Here, you will pet the Astral Swan, which is also once a day, and fall down towards the docks to fish Tulatail, also once a day. If you still need fishing inside for today, you can fish here as there are so many spots. It is a fishing island. Here, you can track a bling monster that spawns every day, and there is also quite a few lamp chilies, fruits, and bean hoppers, so this island is overall the best spot for farming in the entire map. Also, if you need extra combat inside, you can go defeat the caged grid again. By now, you probably reached your daily limit, so we can go pat the down fox, checking if the bling monsters have spawned today. After that, don't forget to go grab the soul fruits or stellar fruits and the beetle alongside them. Also, you can follow this river to catch some palatails, which you will need for many recipes. And if you are in dire need of a palatail, you can also buy some at the Timmy Lab shop. If you still haven't reached your daily limit, then you can go pet some deers, catch bugs, and collect glimmergrass, which are all very abundant in the area of the Wishy Woods. Lastly, you can redo Timmy's Beauty Lab and the Knight's Dungeon, as well as clearing this cave, which also has another cage grid if you need more combat insights. And that concludes the farming routes. If you want to squeeze more blings in your routes, please check my other video with all the bling monsters, the greedy pouch, locations, and how often they spawn. And today's sponsor is you. Huge shout out to everyone who's supporting the channel on Patreon. It truly means the world. If you are enjoying the content and you have a little extra to spare, check out the Patreon link down below.
Ryan Little.